ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور دا د باتورانو کور ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا کور دا د
In the name of Allah, good evening and welcome to this hour's news. I'm Suleiman Talash and this is RTA News. Today is Saturday, 19th of October 2024. The Prime Minister of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan has expressed his condolences to the Palestinian people and all Muslims on the martyrdom of Yahya al-Sinwar, the leader of the Islamic resistance movement of Hamas. The Prime Minister of the Islamic Emirate also stressed that the struggles of the Palestinian people against the Zionist regime will not end with the martyrdom of Yahya al-Sinwar.
Martyrdom
in the way of Allah is the greatest desire of every Muslim fighting Mujahid. We offer our condolences to all Mujahideen of Hamas Islamic movement, especially the oppressed and Mujahid people of Palestine, due to the martyrdom of our Mujahid's brother, Yahya Sinwar. The Israeli occupiers should not forget that the martyrdom of Mujahid leaders will further strengthen the jihadi struggles against the enemy. Inshallah, we ask all the Muslims of the world to support the oppressed people of Palestine, stand behind them, and fulfill this common divine obligation that applies to all. Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi, Administrative Deputy of the Prime Minister, met with Maulavi Makhdoom Abdul Salam Sadat, the Deputy Governor of Paktika. In the beginning, the Deputy Governor of Paktika presented a report to the Administrative Deputy about the social security and economic situation of the province. He said that the local officials in Mujahideen in Paktika are making tireless efforts to serve the people, strengthen security, and provide them with a comfortable life. Mr. Sadat also pointed to the implementation of education, training, health, communication, and development projects in Paktika province and asked the officials of the Islamic Emirate to pay special attention to these areas. Maulavi Abdul Salam Hanafi expressed his happiness at the meeting with the Deputy Governor of Paktika and said that providing security and services to the people and providing them with development and conveniences in various fields are among the duties of the Islamic Emirate and will never stop his efforts in this regard. And Maulai Abdul Salam Hanafi, Administrative Deputy of the Prime Minister, met with a number of scholars and local officials of Saripal province. In this meeting, the scholars and local officials who came gave information about the social security and administrative situation of Saripal province to Mr. Hanafi and added that local officials of the province and services let people do their daily affairs with confidence. They also mentioned the issue of education, training, and development affairs in the mentioned province and asked the officials of the Islamic Emirate to pay special attention to these areas. Later, the Administrative Deputy of the Prime Minister, while welcoming the scholars' ideas and suggestions, and said that the officials are trying to respond to the ideas and suggestions of the clients according to their possibilities. Khalilur Rahman Haqqani, Minister of Refugees and Returnees Affairs, said at the graduation meeting of Nurul Madaris Madrasa in Gardisaray district of Paktia province that the infidels have been defeated in the military war in Afghanistan and now they have turned into the intellectual war. We can fight this war only with knowledge, education, and commitment to Islamic values. He emphasized on the unity of the nation and added that all religious, ethnic, and social affairs should be done in coordination with the scholars, leaders, and local authorities. Mr. Haqqani asked the tribes not to be mistaken by the empty and meaningless slogans of the people and to make Islamic Sharia the standard for everyone's support, because security and all human rights are protected in Islam Sharia. Experts of economic affairs consider the holding of the second exhibition of Afghan products in the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan, as a good opportunity for marketing and selling Afghan products. According to these experts, the participation of the delegation of the Islamic Emirate in this exhibition and the holding of bilateral meetings with strengthening and develop business relations between the two countries. Let's see more in the report.
A number of economic experts consider holding the second exhibition of Afghan products in the city of Almaty, Kazakhstan, as a good opportunity for marketing and selling Afghan products. These experts say that the participation of the delegation of the Islamic Emirate in the Almaty exhibition and the holding of bilateral meetings will strengthen and develop business relations between Afghanistan and Kazakhstan.
They opened the gates of Afghanistan to them and their gates to Afghanistan. In this sense, it is related to the sovereignty of Afghanistan, Afghanistan's internal work, how it manages these relations, and whether the relations are so close that it defines its national resources.
At the same time, the head of the corporate union says that Kazakhstan markets have a good basis for selling Afghan products, and it will promote these products to Central Asian and European countries.
Kazakhstan or its market is not intact. We build long-term relationships the moment we display the rug here and get a customer, and we can also showcase our culture here.
A delegation of 250 people from Islamic Emirate, led by Nurdin Azizi, Minister of Industry and Commerce, and the members of private sector, traveled to Kazakhstan on Friday to participate in the exhibition of Afghan products. The second exhibition of Afghan products is scheduled to be held on Sunday in Almaty, Kazakhstan, with the participation of more than 200 Afghan businessmen.
Maulavi Abdullah Sarhadi, the governor of Bamiyan province, inaugurated two water supply network projects in Amrud and Peshang villages of Shigan district during a ceremony attended by officials, scholars, and influential people. It's worth mentioning that the budget of these projects, worth more than 9 million Afghanis, was funded by UNICEF. And there are 3 mosques, 1 school, 1 health center, and 510 families have benefited from these 2 safe drinking water networks. The Union of Commercial Companies and Investors, during a meeting, demanded to solve the problems, pay the loans, and implement their guarantees. Earlier, the Ministry of Finance said that the process of paying the remaining loans of the previous administration is going on. We have more in the report.
The members of the Union of Investment of Commercial Companies say that a number of commercial and logistic companies had contracts with the previous administration, which is why several billions of Afghanis of investors' money have been blocked.
The government needs to ensure that the promise it has made to us or the money it has accepted to us should not remain the same as last year. If the series continues at this rate, I think it will take more than 50 years.
According to the members of the union, the guarantee money of private companies, which was deposited as a guarantee in private banks, is also frozen.
Based on the guidance of the Afghanistan Bank, the guarantee money of the companies, which are the money deposited in private banks, has been frozen. And this is a big blow for the businessman and the freezing of the businessman's capital.
This is while the Ministry of Finance had previously said that in the year 1403, the departments that shared their remittance reports with the Ministry of Finance were paid after 15% of their claims were settled.
And the final one is that the construction of a water supply network worth more than 6 million Afghanis in the center of Badghis province was completed and put into use with the financial assistance of the World Vision Office through the Department of Rural Rehabilitation and Development of the province. This water network includes the construction of 5 water storage tanks and the installation of 97 water taps. According to the officials, during the work of this network, work has been provided for tens of people, and with its completion, more than 311 families will have access to safe drinking water. And that's all for tonight. We will be back with more news updates. Until then, stay tuned. Have a good night.
ساتوی پسرو وینو دا د شهیدانو کور دا د